Hey everybody, good morning. This is episode 67. As I promised, we're going to have a model off today. But also, before we start, I wanted to make sure I talked about our deal of the day. Last week we had our trade of the day or trade of the week. Today we're talking about our deal of the week. This is a 2019 Cruise hatchback demo. This is unbelievable savings. Make sure we get you a really stellar deal on that. Come on in and ask for any of the sales guys and get our deal of the week with the 19 Cruise. Let's go in and do our model off. Getting cold out here, so let's do this inside anyways. So a model off, like I said, is basically what we're going to do is we're going to have 4 models where we can, oh guys, you don't need to fight, Oh, it's a model off, not a fist fight, okay? So we don't have to fight. This isn't for money or anything like that. All we want to do is we want to make sure who comes out on the winner. I know it's a bunch of sales guys, a bunch of testosterone, I get it. So we're going to talk about 4 vehicles. As I said, the model off, it's like a walk-off on the stage there. We're going to talk about 4 different vehicles and who's going to win. At the end of this, I want you guys to vote and tell me who wins.
Available used car sales 205, used car sales 205.
Whoever wins that gets a free oil change and car wash. So most votes for that model. So you're going to vote for Joe or Levi or Joe Rau or Rob, but whoever gets the most votes, their customer is going to get an oil change and a car wash, okay? So let's get this thing started. All right, so here's a question for you, Levi.
Yeah.
What makes your vehicle better than this Traverse?
Well, what makes my vehicle better than that Traverse? One, I get better gas mileage than that Traverse. I have all the standard safety features on there, plus I have my pre-collision alert, pedestrian detection. I have my lane keep assist, whereas pretty much all the 2FLs that we do order, on our lot are going to have that package in it. I know this one does have it, but my gas mileage is at 28 miles per gallon.
28
opposed to
overall miles per gallon, okay. I was
That's
going to
on
say,
average.
you may want to talk about highway, because 28, he's not that far off from you, Rob.
No,
you can't be
not
that
at all.
far off from 28 miles per gallon, can you?
Not with a V6.
No.
And he's pumping a 4-cylinder there.
Right, okay.
And I can haul up to 8 people, tow up to 5,000 pounds. What can the Equinox tow?
Well, that's a good question, Levi. What can you tow?
Around 1,500.
Oh, that's a great number if you weren't trying to haul 8 people.
That is true, but how hard is this going to be to park in a parking lot opposed to that in a parking lot?
Oh, you want to talk about parking? Let's talk about Joe here. Joe, what makes your car better than that Blazer?
Well, this is a lot easier to park, and this, out of all of them, has a way better lease payment.
Okay, so this is the best bang for your buck.
Best bang for your buck, 5-star crash rating,
5-star. Nice.
and it scored really high in the J.D. Power and Associates.
JD Power says no. So why do you think this one's better than this one, Joe?
I think this one's better. Number one, I have a V6. He's got a turbo 4-cylinder. I can pull 4,500 pounds, which is almost as much as that Traverse.
Oh, that's pretty
and look
impressive.
good while doing it.
Oh, well, there's no denying that. So 45, you said 45, this is 55. But isn't that up you a little bit?
That's a little bit bigger towing, but you don't have the performance this has. I tell you, you get this thing going and turn around a corner, I feel like I'm driving my Camaro. In fact, it's even got the same dash as the Camaro.
Oh, you got to take a look at that.
The thing just looks great.
That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at that dash. That's a great point, Joe. I actually heard that the dash in this car is taken right out of your Camaro.
In fact, if you look at my screen and even the climate controls, you can see them lit up there around the vents. Those actually are what you turn to change your temperature. So when you're driving down the road and you want to change the temperature, I don't even have to take my eyes off it. I just find the big knob and twist it.
Okay, very cool. And it looks like this one has got the floor liner package and the 18-inch wheels, right?
This does. It even has a tailgate in the back. I can kick my foot underneath and it automatically opens up if I got my skis in one hand and the boots in the other, which that fits in there.
Well, I would say that it might be a struggle to fit your skis. The skis might fit better in here, Rob. What do you think?
Oh my God, yeah.
What's the cargo capacity of this thing?
Look at this thing, it's huge. As soon as I get the seat down there. Well, I gotta move that one up, but.
Right, look at that, all that room. We got 6 inches extra by moving.
Absolutely. And those second row buckets, they fold flat too, so you even got that room there.
Okay.
There's a lot of room in there. And if you're going skiing, like Joe said, it's a family trip.
Go grab that for a minute.
It's a
Let's put
family
this-
trip.
Let's put this down and show people what we're talking about here. There we go. So we've got the floor liners in here, right, Rob? That's the way you order them.
Yes.
with the floor liners, so it keeps the car and the cargo and everything else completely covered. So as you can see, if you take a look in there, look at the size of that interior. I mean, you could put 4 or 5 sets of skis in there. Now, if you do put your middle seats back up, obviously if you got 4 or 5 sets of skis, you got 4 or 5 people too. You can comfortably take those 4 or 5 people as well as all the skis and cargo.
And this particular model here is our best seller in the Traverse lineup. It's just the 1LT package. So
Okay.
that's going to get you a lot of the best equipment that is available on it. And if you need to up your game as far as equipment, there's other trim levels that you can get with that.
Okay.
DVD players, the whole bit. So
Okay, so
it's
there's one
truly,
feature that this car added that I don't believe any of the other ones have. And I don't know if anybody knows what it is, but rear climate, that's one. Third row seating. But heated steering wheel. So Rob orders our vehicles. He's excellent at ordering the correct vehicle that our customers want. This one has a heated steering wheel.
yeah.
So I would say that's a win. But back to the model off. This is a dual exhaust.
Dual exhaust, yes.
You can't tell me that there's no any other models that have a dual exhaust around. Joe?
Not if I don't have if it's not an RS package.
Actually, if it's a 3.6 liter or a 2.5 liter, it has the dual exhaust. Let's take a look at the dual exhaust on this one. Dual exhaust as well as towing. So I've had a number of people ask me, this doesn't have towing. Well, actually you're wrong, it does. So if you pop off this cover here, underneath there is your hitch and receiver. So GM has gotten pretty smart. They don't want their customers driving around with cars with rusty hitches and whatnot, so they put a cover on there and cover it up. So this one has a hitch and that one has a hitch. Levi, does yours have a hitch?
Not unless you go to a 2.0. When you go to a 2.0, you get the dual exhaust and the hitch, which that'll obviously up your towing capacity too. When you go to a 2.0, your towing capacity will go to, I believe, 2,500 pounds towing capacity in the 2.0. And then also they do make a diesel engine that comes in the Equinox that'll up your towing capacity a little bit more, but it's very obviously hard to find a diesel
That car's
motor
not
in.
necessarily made to tow, right?
Exactly.
So you might
yeah.
want to throw a bike rack in there or something like that.
Yeah.
And those are accessories that we can get right for any one of those Equinoxes?
Correct.
Okay, great.
Correct. But
So
you
that-
do have to go up to a 2.0 in order to get that towing capacity and the dual exhaust.
Okay.
So you can get dual exhaust, just have to go to a 2.0.
Absolutely, great. So, tell me, Joe, what makes your Trax better than this Blazer?
I think just overall bang for your buck. I mean, if you're just
Let's go take a
yeah,
look.
Let's take a look.
Let's get back
actually.
in the ring, guys. So, one thing I can see is this has got the LED lights,
Correct.
LED blinkers, high intensity discharge headlights. I don't know, does Joe have that?
I do. Yes.
Okay.
My LEDs are up here and my projector lights are down here.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So that's even. That's a draw. So what makes this car better than that car?
Like I was saying, I think just overall bang for your buck. I mean,
Okay.
if you're a city driver, you're looking for something easy to maneuver, easy to park, got to go Trax all day long.
Okay, I could see that. It could be really easy vehicle to park. City traffic where you're dealing with a lot of bumper to bumper traffic.
yup,
This would make
yep.
it easier to maneuver in and out of traffic.
Absolutely.
I'd say that's a
Absolutely.
big win for the Trax. That combined with the payment, the lease payment, is the best payment out
Yeah,
here of all
absolutely.
4 of these.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so I want one more question from each of you guys. So, Rob, what makes your vehicle better than this Equinox?
Like we said before, if you're looking for family fun and just a getaway and you need to haul a bunch of people, the Traverse is it, hands down.
Only vehicle in the segment with third row seating in our crossover
Correct.
SUVs. Okay,
Correct.
that's a win. Great. So, Levi, what makes your vehicle better than Joe's?
My vehicle better than Joe's is obviously going to be a couple more added safety features. When you do see, I have auto high beams. I also have pre-collision alert with pedestrian detection. A little bit better gas mileage than what Joe's is going to have. Small family. It's very, very good lease payment on the Equinoxes.
Great.
Probably going to be better than what the Blazer payment is going to be.
Okay, excellent.
When you are looking at the two, but mainly my
budget's
safety
always a
features.
factor, right?
Correct.
Budget's a factor, but there's one thing that the Blazer might hold, and I don't know if Joe knows it or not, but what makes this vehicle better than this vehicle? If you're talking budget, budget's not the only thing, is it?
Well, no, it's not the only thing. I love the performance of this one. I can fit 2 rear-facing child seats in this. I do it every day with my kids in the back. And when I fold down the seats to go skiing, I have more room than I need. It's just the absolute perfect size for a 4-person family.
Okay.
So,
And it's obviously a little more sporty. It's definitely designed to be the most sporty looking SUV crossover we have. It's a new up and coming thing, and I know that there's coming soon to be, if Rob might know, a Trailblazer coming out.
Yeah, that's correct. The 2021 Trailblazer, which we should be receiving those toward the end of March, first part of April. We'll have a few of those in. So.
Okay, great. So we got the Trailblazer coming. In the meanwhile, we got the best crossover SUV line in all of the market. As you can see, we've got 4 different choices for 4 different styles of families or individuals. Whatever you want, we've got it all. So again, guys, thanks again for all the rivalry and competition. You guys did a great job, and we'll see you next week on Watson Wednesday, episode 68 next week. See you later.